Meet new people and express your true self. Play I Am VU and you can customize your avatar and world to your tastes. In this virtual universe, you can choose from over 54 million items and join in on over 300,000 chat rooms. Create your unique style and show it off to millions of IMVU users around the world. Come find your community on IMVU, whether that be friends or more. Dress, play, connect. Download IMVU from the App Store or Google Play today.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exposed, Scandalous Files of the Elite. I'm your host, Jim Chapman, and we are back with part 5 of the Bad Boys Aaron Hernandez series. Now, the last time that I left you, the prosecution had concluded their examination of Alexander Bradley, and it was the defense's turn at cross-examination of Alexander Bradley, and that cross-examination was really explosive right off the bat. The defense, as you heard, focused on the text messages that Alexander Bradley was sending Aaron Hernandez, and it seemed like they were trying to paint a picture of harassment, which, hey, I'm going to harass somebody too if they shot me in the face, but they really dialed in and focused on that. They went over the proffer agreement that Bradley had with prosecutors prior to his testimony. And of course, we've covered this in the past. A proffer agreement is just an agreement between prosecutors and whoever's testifying that anything they say is not going to be held against them, even if they were breaking the law. Now, the defense, they were also looking for anything that they could find to attack Alexander Bradley's credibility. And look, this guy was not a stand-up citizen. I mean, he was a major drug dealer in the area. It wouldn't be hard necessarily to attack his credibility, but I do want to say on top of that, doesn't mean he was lying. And obviously he wasn't lying. He was clearly shot in the face. And on that note, regarding his drug dealing, there was a misunderstanding at one point, as you heard, on whether marijuana and narcotics were the same thing. Alexander Bradley claimed that he considered narcotics things like cocaine. The defense was saying, no, marijuana is also narcotics. And what brought that up, as you heard, was the fact that he didn't tell police that back in 2006 he was dealing narcotics. He admitted on the stand, as you heard in the last testimony, that he was dealing marijuana in 2006, but he said, I didn't consider that a narcotic. Hey, it's neither here nor there. It really doesn't mean anything that he's saying occurred did not occur. It's just the defense, in my opinion, grasping at straws there. So we're going to continue on with Bradley's testimony in today's episode. And you're going to hear a few things. You're going to hear the defense bring up specific text where Alexander Bradley made threats to Aaron Hernandez regarding Bradley's crew, if you will. He referred to his crew as the Wolves. And they also got into the deposition that was conducted on Alexander Bradley by the defense in the civil lawsuit that Bradley had filed against Hernandez. They also get into a little bit of the grand jury testimony, which the defense does prove some lies by omission, if you will. You're going to hear about that. It's very interesting. And here it is.
We were talking about how violent the drug was considered. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And you said it could be or can be.
Yes.
Okay. When you deal drugs, was it violent?
Check. It's sustained.
Now, in your text messages that you went over with Mr. Hagan, I want to direct your attention to, I'll get those text messages. When you say, oh, if you think them wolves ain't on deck, then try. You say wolves, you're referring to shooters, right?
It can be shooters, not particularly, but
You're shooters, right?
Objection.
That's what you're referring to in this text message?
Well, the question is what you were referring to, what you meant by that phrase.
wolves to me just meant friends of mine.
Okay. So you refer to your friends as wolves.
My violent friends, yes.
Okay, your good friends,
My friends that are violent.
your violent friends. Okay. Your violent friends that are wolves, you're telling Aaron to watch out for them, right?
That's not
You
what
got them
I
on deck. What does that
said.
mean?
I said they're on deck.
What does that mean? That they're on deck?
That means they're around.
Okay. So they're ready, right? Your violent friends are ready?
That means my violent friends are around.
Okay. And then you talked about the money with well, I want to read this exact quote. A, that you know what you gotta do if you want your life ruined. If you think them wolves ain't on deck, then try what you gotta try. Well, I bet 221 on the money, you with UWT, get far choppers, Mac 11, Mac 90. You know I'm the street. Okay, you're talking about your guns, right?
Correct.
Okay, and a chopper is an AK-47, right?
A Mac 90 is, yes.
A Mac 90 is an AK-47?
It's an AK style weapon, yes.
Okay. And how many rounds does the Mac 90 hold?
Objection. No, overruled.
It depends, but a lot of rounds.
Okay. I'm gonna show you, and then you mentioned a Mac 11 Mac, right? No, Mac 11, excuse me.
Yes.
Okay, what kind of gun is that?
It's an automatic. It's automatic firearm.
And a chopper?
Can be an automatic firearm.
Okay. May I approach the witness?
You may.
Showing you photographs of 3 different guns. Can you tell us which one is which?
Mac and the chopper.
Okay, this is the chopper?
That's a Mac. It's a Mac 90. That's an AK-47.
Okay, so this is the Mac 90, this is the chopper?
It's an AK-47.
Right.
That's a Mac, and this is Mac 90.
Okay. So we'll just stick with these two. Since you didn't say AK-47. Is this a fair and accurate representation of each one of those?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to use them as a chalk yard.
You may.
The triple one and triple one.
And?
And then there are 2.
And thank you.
Remember your first one?
You may.
Meet new people and express your true self. Play IMVU and you can customize your avatar and world to your tastes. In this virtual universe, you can choose from over 54 million items and join in on over 300,000 chat rooms. Create your unique style and show it off to millions of IMVU users around the world. Come find your community on IMVU, whether that be friends or more. Dress, play, connect. Download IMVU from the App Store or Google Play today.
Mr. Bradley, can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what kind of gun this is?
Now, would you identify that
I'm sorry.
by number, please?
I'm showing the jury exhibit NNN for identification.
Mac 90 AK-47 style rifle.
Okay, so that's the Mac 90 that you're referring that you got from Aaron, meaning if he comes around.
Correct. That's the Mac 90 I said I had.
Okay, and how many rounds does that hold, sir?
It can vary. There's not a definitive number of rounds that they hold.
And after you had your these text messages took place in, I'll get the exact date, April 11, 2013. Okay, and you cut your deal with the state on October 18th. Well, October 8th is the proffer, and October 18th, 2014, correct?
Correct.
Okay. After you cut your deal with the
Counsel, was that 2014 or 2013?
2014, sir. So after you cut your deal with the state,
It's not true.
to,
I believe that's 2013.
Mr. C. The letter.
my apologies.
To correct you.
2013, yes, sir. A few months later, 4 months later, right? 4 months prior, you're telling Aaron that you got this for him, meaning if he comes around, right?
I told Aaron that I have that.
Okay. After you cut 4 months later, when you cut the deal with the state, did any police officers come by and say, look, you're a two-time convicted felon. You need to turn that in?
Objection. Overruled.
Police come and get your Mac, what's it, Mac 90?
No, they didn't.
Okay. Mr. Hagan asked you for your Mac 90?
No, Mr. Hagan didn't.
Okay. So you gave them your phone with your text messages, right?
No, I didn't give him my phone.
You gave them, eventually you gave the state your phone, right?
They received possession of my phone, correct?
Okay. And you gave them permission to download everything, right?
Yes, they had possession of my phone.
Okay. Mr. Hagan,
Put a time frame on this.
I'll withdraw the question. Yesterday, Mr. Hagan, and today, Mr. Hagan read for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury these text messages that refer to these assault weapons, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And this, can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what kind of gun this is?
It's a Mac
Mac what?
11.
Mac 11. And this is the other gun that you referenced that you can kill Aaron with, right?
I referenced to Aaron that I had one.
Okay. It's to scare him, right? So let him know that you could kill him with it, right?
My intentions are not to scare him.
You were not threatening, you were telling the truth, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you're already a convicted felon, right?
Correct.
Okay. And after your immunity deal, did any police officers come and ask you for this gun?
Action and time.
Overruled.
No.
Okay. Did Mr. Hagan ask you to turn in your assault weapon?
No.
And they're aware that you're a drug dealer,
Objection.
correct?
Overruled.
They are aware that I dealt drugs, yes.
Okay. And by reference of these text messages, they have information that you have these guns, right?
Objection.
Sustained.
You didn't lose your deal once they downloaded these text messages, right?
To my knowledge, I haven't lost my deal at this point.
Okay. They didn't pull that back knowing that you had these types of weapons on you, right?
No.
And that you carry these weapons.
Objection.
Sustained.
That you threatened to kill Aaron Hernandez with these weapons.
Objection.
Overruled.
And they take your deal back, right?
No.
Now, sir, yesterday you talked about the fact that, and even today, when you talked about how you didn't know shit about this case on your jail calls, remember that?
Yes.
And yesterday you told the ladies and gentlemen of the jury that the reason you said that was because you didn't want to incriminate yourself.
Correct.
Okay? And you, of course, were concerned about incriminating yourself because that would be a bad thing.
Correct.
Okay? And in fact, jail calls, when you're speaking on the phone in the jail, it constantly reminds you these calls are being recorded, right?
Correct.
Okay? So you're a smart guy, right?
At times.
Okay? And one of the things that you know when you're in jail is you don't say anything on the phone that's going to jam you up, as you like to say, right?
Whose words are those, sir? Jam you up. Whose words are jam you up?
Your words. Do you recall ever using the words jam you up?
The objection is overruled.
Can you show me, please?
I'm asking you a question. Do you recall ever using the words jam you up?
I don't recall offhand.
Or jam myself up?
I don't recall saying those exact words.
Now, do you recall on... Hold on, I have to answer. Okay. Do you recall making a phone call to Brooke on October 6, 2013?
I do recall making phone calls to her.
Brooke Wilcox.
I can't validate the date, but yes, I recall making phone calls to
Okay.
her.
And do you recall while you're on the phone with Brooke Wilcox, you asked her to get one of your wolves on the phone?
No, I don't recall that.
Do you recall asking her to three-way in a gentleman by the name of Larry Brown?
It's a three-way in, Mr. Brown? I don't recall having a three-way, Mr. Brown.
Because you know that they're illegal to do on the jail calls, right? That you can't call someone and then have them three-way someone, right?
Objection.
No, overruled. Did you know that to be the case?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to play this tape for you and ask you if you can recognize your voice, sir.
Objection, not enough.
Overruled.
Back it up a little bit. That's okay, just a little bit. So.
Yeah, I never last week. He's not here at meeting, Joe.
Whose voice is that, sir?
That's my daughter's mother's voice.
Brooke Wilcox?
Correct.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah, it's 50-50. And I took the 100 out to get to your mom to get the trailer. So, that's all set.
Make sure you keep this phone on. I got.
Is that your voice, sir?
Sounds like it, yes.
Plug it up real quick for me.
What did you just say right there? Plug who?
Gotta rewind it, I couldn't hear it.
Play that again.
Plug Howard real quick for me.
I said plug Elwin real quick for me.
Okay. What's that?
That
What
was
does that mean?
for her to call my friend, connect it.
Okay. Who's she calling?
L, like you said.
Okay. Larry Brown?
Correct.
Okay. So, wait. So when you testified to this jury a moment ago that you don't make three-way calls in the jail call, that was not true.
I never testified to the jury that I don't make three-way jail calls.
You didn't just say that you knew that it was illegal to do a three-way call?
That's different. You asked me if I knew if it was illegal. You never asked me if I ever did it.
I did ask if you did.
Two separate questions.
Put a question, please.
All right. All right. Let's go ahead and play it.
What up, man? What up, man? Shit, what up with you?
Shit, that's how you get cheated.
You put the pressure on the names in that jacket.
Stop.
You sure? No, I ain't.
Stop. What are you referring to? Put the pressures on that.
I don't recall.
I'll see you at Sidebar.
Meet new people and express your true self. Play I Am VU and you can customize your avatar and world to your tastes. In this virtual universe, you can choose from over 54 million items and join in on over 300,000 chat rooms. Create your unique style and show it off to millions of IMVU users around the world. Come find your community on IMVU, whether that be friends or more. Dress, play, connect. Download IMVU from the App Store or Google Play today.
You just call them people.
I'm gonna get him this right this.
Make sure you, that, especially that toll-free number there, in my tax law. Make sure you, that, especially that toll-free.
Now, sir, when you sued Aaron, you took a deposition, right?
Correct.
Okay. And in that deposition, that's a judicial proceeding, is it not?
Correct.
Okay. And you have to take an oath?
Correct.
Okay. And you swear to tell the truth?
Correct.
The whole truth?
Correct.
And nothing but the truth?
Correct.
And you took this deposition after you made your deal with the state, right?
Correct.
Okay. And specifically, the deposition date was given on December 16, 2014. Do you recall that, sir?
Yes.
Okay. And when you gave this deposition, you were asked if you ever supplied Aaron with marijuana. Do you recall responding, no, not at this time?
My interpretation of that question was, am I his marijuana supplier?
When asked if you ever supplied Aaron with marijuana?
Now read the question again, please, verbatim.
Sure. Page 28. Counsel. I'll rephrase that. Line 21 through 23. Did you provide Aaron Hernandez with marijuana? Your answer was no, sir, not at this time. Do you recall making that statement?
Did I say no, sir, not at this time?
Yes. Do you recall making that statement?
I recall being asked that question, yes, but
Okay. And do you recall giving that answer?
repeat what my answer was, please?
No, sir, not at this time. Do you recall giving that answer?
That's a big question we read from where it starts on line 16.
All right, let the witness see the deposition testimony to understand the context, please.
Should I approach?
You may.
In the first meeting, opinion.
Oh, it's bad. You recall making that statement, sir? Giving that answer? Is that a yes?
Yes, but can you please read the context so they can
I asked the
understand?
questions here,
Yes.
sir. You give the
Well,
answer.
no, the witness is entitled to explain prior testimony in the deposition.
I understand it. I'm getting to that, Your Honor.
Well, let's get to it then.
Okay. Do you recall giving this answer, sir?
Yes.
Okay. And what it is referencing is you smoking and playing video games with Aaron, right?
Correct, but what it's saying is, at the time of that initial first meeting when we were smoking and playing video games, the question was, wasn't I his supplier at the time? And at the time, no, I wasn't.
When you gave this deposition and related to your drug activity, you pled the Fifth Amendment 20 times, correct?
Sustained. I'll see you at sidebar. Gentlemen, let me just explain to those of you who may not be familiar with what has been referenced as a deposition. A deposition is something that is permitted in a civil lawsuit. A civil lawsuit is different from a criminal case. It involves a civil claim, that is, an action brought by a party claiming that they were in some way harmed or injured by someone else, and for which they seek money damages. That's the typical remedy in a civil lawsuit. In a civil lawsuit, one party has the right to conduct, both parties have the right to conduct what are known as depositions, and a deposition is questioning of a witness or of a party by the opponent. That questioning taking place while the witness is is under oath to tell the truth, and is typically taken outside of court. That is, doesn't involve a judge or jury. It's a pretrial questioning of a witness or a party under oath by the opposing side. So that is what has been referenced here, a deposition relating to Mr. Bradley's lawsuit against Mr. Hernandez. That is a separate action entirely from the instant case here. Mr. Baez.
Yes, sir. You recall this deposition, correct, sir?
Correct.
Okay. And you recall asserting your Fifth Amendment privilege multiple times during this deposition?
Yes.
Okay. And any time the words drugs or guns came up, you pled the Fifth Amendment?
Yes.
Okay. And do you recall part of your deal was to testify through your immunity letter, as we covered today? Part of your deal was to testify completely and truthfully in any proceedings in this case. Do you remember that?
Are you suggesting, Mr. Baez, that the plea agreement would apply to a civil lawsuit?
No, not a civil lawsuit. This case.
Rephrase the question.
Sir, you testified in the grand jury?
Correct.
I notice you're smiling. You find anything funny here?
Objection.
Sustained. Put a question.
You realize two men lost their lives?
Objection. Strike.
Put a question, please.
Sir, you recall testifying before a grand jury?
Yes.
Okay, and when you testified before a grand jury, there's no defense lawyer present?
I believe there was a lawyer present.
Your lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. And the one answering or asking questions in this grand jury was Mr. Hagan?
Correct.
Okay. And do you recall being asked what you did for a living?
Yes.
Okay. And you asked, can you describe for the grand jurors what, if any, jobs you had?
Correct.
Okay. And do you recall answering, I've had a few jobs. I've had hobby stores, a warehouse in East Hartford, worked for Stanley Steamer, I've worked for Home Depot, I've worked for another store called the Mill Store, another store, to my best knowledge, Stop and Shop, and Dunkin' Donuts.
Correct.
Understanding that?
Yes.
Okay. Then you're asked how far you went at school. You recall that?
Correct.
Then you're asked, do you have any children?
Correct.
Okay. This grand jury testimony took place in 2013, right?
Correct.
To your admission, you had been dealing drugs for 13 years at that point.
If that's around 2000, yes.
Okay. So when Mr. Hagan presented you to the ladies and gentlemen of the grand jury, he asked you what jobs you held, and you gave him Dunkin' Donuts, Stanley Steamers, and several other jobs that we just covered, right?
Correct.
Okay. You never told them, I've dealt drugs for the last 13 years.
I did give an admission to dealing drugs at some point.
when asked by Mr. Hagan, and covering your background, you never said any word about being a drug dealer, did you, sir?
No, but I believe I testified at the grand jury as being a marijuana dealer. So that means I included that.
May I approach the witness?
You may.
I'm going to take a look at your testimony and see where you reference that, sir.
At this point, I hadn't referenced it yet.
Go ahead and look through it.
Well, it's a lot of pages to look through.
What's that?
It's a lot of pages to look through.
Go ahead, take a, you know what, there might be a,
Do you have both grand jury dates ever supplied?
I have on the 18th.
Oh.
2 grand jury dates.
I understand that. Did you reference anything in front of the grand jury on the 18th?
On the 18th? Maybe not.
Okay. Much later, right?
Objection of much later.
Sustained. Put a date on it.
When you're presented to the grand jury, you never mentioned that you were on the 18th, you never mentioned that you were a drug dealer.
If there's not in the document on the 18th,
We're
I
going to
guess
go
not.
over the 25th later, but on
Okay.
the 18th specifically, you never said anything about being a drug dealer.
I can't
right?
confirm that because I don't remember all those transcripts. But if it doesn't mention it there, then I'll take your word for it. That is correct.
Okay. And Mr. Hagan was the one steering you with the questions, right?
Objection is steering.
Sustained.
Mr. Hagan's the one asking you the questions?
Correct.
There was no other attorney asking you any questions, right?
Correct.
Now, you testified to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury about your friendship with Aaron, right?
Correct.
Now, you recall testifying that around 2010 is when you guys met.
If I said that, if that's what's in there.
And you were his marijuana dealer for about a year, right?
If that's what it says.
I'm asking you. You were his marijuana dealer for about a year.
For some time.
Okay. And initially, for a while, it was just a professional relationship, as you put it. Is that correct?
A business relationship, I believe, I said.
Right, a business relationship.
You just said professional, but business.
Okay, business relationship.
Yes, correct.
Your initial relationship with Aaron Hernandez was a business relationship.
Correct.
You sold him marijuana.
Correct.
Okay. And it was after some time that you then became friends.
Correct.
Okay. Later around 2011. Correct?
I believe we became friends a little prior to. I can't exact the dates, so.
All right. So, in actuality, prior to this incident, you were only his friend for about a year.
I don't believe that to be true.
A year and a half?
I can't put it, I can't exact it. Well, you can tell me.
You can't, well, you testified about how close you were and how this friendship is, but you can't give us any context as to how long you were friends before this incident occurred?
I like to believe
You only met him 2 years
probably a
earlier.
year and a half.
Okay.
That might be accurate.
All right. So a year and a half is how long you know him. And when all these text messages are going on, it's really just 2 years tops, right? My point is you're not lifelong friends.
Your point is correct.
Okay. And you are, at the time of this incident, 30 years old?
At the time of
Of the shooting.
the matter at hand? Yes. about
And
30
Aaron
years
was
old.
22?
If that's his age. If that's what
22
his age
years
was
old?
at the time.
Couple of years out of, 3 years out of high school?
3 years out of high school, you said?
Yes. He had just gotten drafted.
That wouldn't be 22 to me, but I don't know if that's 22 to you, 3 years out of high school. Usually,
Now-
3 years out of high school would be more like 20 or 21.
Okay. Your Honor, I was going to load up some video now, but I think this is a good time to break for lunch.
I don't.
Okay. And the bulletproof vests were for your own protection,
Correct.
just in case you get in a shootout.
Meet new people and express your true self. Play I Am VU, and you can customize your avatar and world to your tastes. In this virtual universe, you can choose from over 54 million items and join in on over 300,000 chat rooms. Create your unique style and show it off to millions of IMVU users around the world. Come find your community on IMVU, whether that be friends or more. Dress, play, connect. Download IMVU from the App Store or Google Play today.
Sustained.
In case you get shot.
Objection.
Sustained.
What would the bulletproof vest be for, sir?
Objection.
Sustained.
Now, 4 months after sending this text message, you made your deal with the state of Massachusetts, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. And then after getting your deal, you got another firearm, right?
Objection.
Overruled.
Got another firearm?
Yes.
Okay. A Smith & Wesson?
Possibly.
40 caliber?
Yes.
And you committed another crime with a gun.
Correct.
Okay. And after you committed this crime, and after having these assault weapons, Commonwealth still didn't pull your deal, did they?
Sustained in that form. Rephrase.
Yes, sir. After getting arrested for a gun offense, you still, the deal you made with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts still stayed intact.
Correct.
Okay. And then you were convicted of that offense, correct?
I pled no contest, correct.
You were convicted.
I pled no contest, correct.
You're making a distinction here. I know you like to distinguish words. I want to be clear. You were convicted of that crime.
By pleading no contest, that resulted in a conviction. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, you testified that you didn't get any favors from the Commonwealth as it relates to any other cases, right?
Correct.
Okay. You had a total of 6 charges on that case, right?
Objection.
I'll see you at sidebar.
Mr. Bradley, after conviction.
Hold on 1 second, if you would. I'll sit. Mr. Bias.
Yes, sir. After your convictions on this specific case, the firearm charge that you received, that you picked up in February of 2014, February 3rd, that is. One of the conditions, actually, let me rephrase that. That case did not go to trial or anything happened in that case for 3 years, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And your conviction is on the date of January 9th, 2017, correct?
Correct.
And one of the conditions of your parole is for you to come and testify here, correct?
Not correct.
Okay. You were never advised that you needed to, as a special condition of your parole, that you need to come and testify in this case?
It's not applicable, sir, because I'm not paroled. I'm not on parole. I'm currently in custody still.
My question to you, sir, is a special condition of your parole that you come and testify in this case?
What was said on the record, I believe, was if I'm paroled, to make sure that I appear in court here.
My question is simple. I'd like for you to listen to it. And that is it a condition of your parole that you testify and abide by any subpoenas in this case?
Objection. Asked and answered.
No, you may answer that question, whether or not, if that is a condition of your parole once it is granted.
My understanding was if I'm paroled and out on the street before I have to appear at this court date or at any court proceedings, I just have to make sure I appear.
I'll ask you the question again. Is it a specific condition of your parole that you appear for this case?
Objection. Sustained.
Sir, I feel a question is going to be withdrawn.
Sorry, I didn't catch
Mr. Bias, please.
Yes, I was just adjusting something. Okay, you testified yesterday under direct examination that you and Aaron came down to clubs all the time.
Correct.
You guys went out 3 times a week.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys went out all the time to clubs. Correct.
Yes, this.
Okay.
I don't know if you're asking me a question.
I am asking you.
You didn't put it in question form. That's why I didn't answer.
Okay. You understand that you testified that you went out multiple times a week with Aaron Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay. And you came to Boston all the time.
If you're asking me a question, yes.
Yes, I'm asking you questions.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you came to Boston, you would go to the theater district, correct?
Correct.
All right. And when you came to the theater district, many times you went to Curious.
Correct.
And many times you went to the circle of clubs within the theater district.
Correct, if you're asking me.
And when you went down 3 times a week, they were mostly to Boston nightclubs.
Yes.
Okay. And all the times you came down to Boston, you guys went down, what, for about a year?
Repeat what you're asking me, please?
You guys went partying to Boston for a time period of a year, correct?
More than that.
Year and a half of your friendship?
Are you asking me up until this point?
Correct. Before the incident of the shooting?
Yes.
Okay. So you've been coming to Boston 3-4 times a week for about a year and a half. Is that correct?
Approximately, yes, that's accurate.
Okay. And in all that time, you didn't know anybody from Boston?
Other than the individuals from the Club Cure, like, maybe some staff, no.
You never met anyone in your 3 days a week in Boston every time you came into town?
Can you specify, have I ever met anyone?
Yeah, you
like made friends?
While you were coming to Boston, right?
Yeah, I've said how I've interacted with people, but made friends, no.
Okay. And you testified that you always drove, right?
Yes, for the most part. Most of the time I drove.
Yet the night of the shooting, you get lost.
I made a turn down a one-way street.
And then you got lost, right?
No, I didn't get lost.
You testified that Aaron Hernandez was utilizing the GPS. Do you recall testifying to that yesterday?
Yes, but at what point are you asking me did I get lost? It's a bit confusing.
Okay, when you left Boston, you testified that you got lost.
I testified that at some point during the travel back to Connecticut, we got lost, correct?
That's because after coming 3 times a week for a year and a half, you don't know how to get back to Connecticut for where you're from. Is that correct?
That's not necessarily correct.
Just that night, you got lost.
We got somewhat lost, yes, we did.
And you need a GPS. Is that correct?
He GPS'd, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I want to take you to July 16th, 2012. And this is the video that, of course, you went over with Mr. Hagan. This is you guys arriving, correct?
Oh, yes, correct.
All right. For the record, it's 12:04:45. And you were driving, right?
I believe so, yes.
You didn't get lost getting there, right?
No.
Okay. So now you get there. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Okay, I'm now directing your attention, Mr. Bradley, to 12/29/03. You're about to come into frame. Do you see yourself and Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you at any time notice any of the four individuals in front of you in line?
No, at that time.
Okay. And you testified yesterday that you don't recall what it is that you're discussing with Mr. Hernandez right there. You see that?
Yes.
And that is when you're actually pointing in the direction of the line, correct?
Yes, my hand appears to be in that direction, but I'm not pointing at that gentleman, sir.
Okay. I didn't ask you that. The general direction of the line. Do you see that?
Okay, repeat the whole question again, please, then.
At this time, at 12/29/21, you're pointing in the general direction of the line.
Yes.
Now, it is at this time, or shortly thereafter, after you go inside of Cure, that you allege that this incident took place, the bumping incident, correct?
Correct.
Now, I remember you testified yesterday, if you can put one of the exhibits.
I'm sorry?
You testified yesterday that you went into Cure and you immediately walked to the bar with Mr. Hernandez. Do you recall that testimony?
Yes.
Okay. And you testified that once you got to the bar, Mr. Hernandez walked a couple of feet to your left.
Right, it was, sir.
To your right? Okay, we're going to point that out.
I am facing the bar.
I'm sorry, repeat that, please.
I said, if we're downstairs and well, if you want to pull up the exhibit, I could better explain what I'm saying.
Go back to that.
Okay, I'll stay with
Okay. So you walk down, right?
Correct.
Okay. How long did it take you to get down the stairs? About 30 seconds?
Maybe, that sounds about right.
Okay. And then you walk all the way to the bar. Am I correct?
Correct.
And that's at the other end of the club there.
Yes, you can see the stairs right there, sir.
I see that. Would you agree that it's at the other end of the bar, the club?
Yes.
Okay. How long would it take you to get over there? Another 30 seconds or so?
I mean, maybe less, perhaps.
Okay. Is it fair to say from the moment you walk in, takes you about a minute to get to the bar? Is that a fair estimate?
That's a fair estimate.
Okay. So then you get there and you testify that you were on the right side of this bar, correct?
False.
Okay. Where were
Testified that I went towards the left side of the bar.
you went to the left
Yes.
and Aaron went to the right.
Correct.
Okay. And you testified that he was pretty close to you.
In regards to.
He was pretty close to you. You still could see him where you were at.
Yes.
Okay. He didn't disappear from you.
Correct.
Okay. And after you guys got your drinks, right?
Yes, we did get drinks.
Okay. And this would have taken about another, minute or two to get the drinks?
I mean, I'll be speculating if I gave you an exact time. I don't know.
Okay. You know how long you were in the club?
Short amount of time. I don't know exactly, but
Did the bartender come right to you right away?
no, there was actually a empty spot, like a bartender with no one in front of her, and I went to her on the left side.
Okay. And then Aaron was at the other end of the bar?
Towards the other end of the bar, yes.
Okay. And what did you order?
I don't recall what I drank, like exactly, but usually I'd be guessing, but I would imagine Patron, maybe.
Okay, so you got some tequila.
Yeah, a mixed drink.
Okay. And Aaron then ordered his drink.
Correct.
You claim, or you testified, that he ordered 2 drinks.
Correct.
Okay. Not that that was your drink, but that he ordered 2 drinks, right?
Correct.
Okay. And that would have taken approximately another minute or so
Another minute or so to what?
for him to get his 2 drinks.
Objection.
Sustained in that form, rephrase it.
Would have taken him approximately another minute or so to get 2 drinks, right?
Objection noted.
Another minute beyond what, sir?
After the minute it took them to get to the bar.
So your question is, did Mr. Hernandez get 2 drinks within 2 minutes of arriving?
Correct.
Is that your memory, sir?
I believe he bought 2 drinks at the same time.
Okay. Approximately 2 minutes after arriving, right?
If that's what you're saying, yes.
I know what I'm saying. I want to know what you'll say it.
Well, what you're asking me to do is give you an exact time about something that I can't.
And you can't even give us an estimate.
You didn't ask me for an estimate.
Okay, I'm asking you now. Can you give us your best estimate as to how long it would have taken for him to get 2 drinks?
I would say we had our drinks within 2 minutes of entering, let's just say.
Okay. That wasn't very hard, was it?
That's what you said.
Okay. Now, after this, you join up with Aaron now, right?
Correct.
And this is when you see the dancing gentleman.
Yes.
Okay. How long right after you 2 meet up does the gentleman come around dancing?
I would guess within a few minutes. I mean, a couple minutes maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So a couple minutes later, someone comes around dancing, and Aaron's with you.
Yes.
Okay. He's not out of your sight.
I mean, he's been out of my sight at some point. I mean, I didn't watch him. It's like I went to the bar. I didn't babysit Mr. Hernandez. He's an adult.
But you're both adults, but you're at the club together, right?
Correct.
Okay. And that is when Mr. De Abreu comes over, bumps into him, and you immediately take action, as you stated, right?
Objection.
No, overruled.
I never stated that I immediately took action.
Well, I want to make sure I get your words right. I'm sorry. You're right. I was on top of it fast. You recall saying that?
After the bumping incident occurred, yes.
Okay. So you're on top of it fast, the bumping happens, and you grab Mr. Hernandez.
Yeah, grabbed his shirt.
Okay. You grabbed his shirt, and you were the peacemaker.
If that's what you want to call it. I just told him we should leave. I just suggested we should leave. If that's the peacemaker.
Okay. You said that you weren't for that, right?
Was it? Yes,
Okay.
correct.
And that you didn't want any trouble.
Correct.
And that's not why you go out.
Correct.
And when you go out, you don't look for trouble, you don't want
Objection.
Overruled.
right?
Correct. I don't look for trouble when I go out.
Okay. And you don't want trouble when you go out.
Objection.
Sustained.
And in fact, you like to keep the peace all the time.
Objection.
Sustained.
You like to keep the peace when you go out, sir?
Objection.
Sustained.
You're a peaceful guy when you go out.
Objection.
Sustained.
All right, so you grab Mr. Hernandez and you immediately take him out of the club, right?
I don't take him out of the club. He takes himself out the club.
He's your friend, right?
We leave together, correct.
Okay. And you don't want him because he's an athlete. You don't want him getting in trouble.
Not only that, I don't want entered into it. It's not what I came out for. And on top of that, he has a lot to lose and he's a friend of mine and I cared about him at the time.
Yes, we know you care about Mr. Hernandez. Now,
Objection.
when you walk
Strike
out,
comment.
Sustained. Jury will ignore the commentary.
you cared about him that night, right?
At that time, yes.
Okay. And as you're taking care of him, you're kind of guiding him out. Would that be fair to say?
We're walking out of the club together.
Okay. And you immediately want to get him out of that club because you know that if Aaron gets in trouble, it's going to be on the news, it's going to be a problem, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you're kind of ushering him out. Would that be fair to say?
There is an answer. You may answer it for the last time.
We're walking out the club together.
Okay. You're kind of ushering him out, though, right? Encouraging him to leave.
You may answer.
I had encouraged him to leave, yes.
Okay. And that's all the way up the stairs and out the door, right?
Yes, we leave. We go upstairs and leave out the door.
Okay. And you're with him the whole time.
Correct.
Okay. And remember when we talked about telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Remember about your immunity agreement? We went over it like 5 times.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you testified yesterday that when Aaron goes out, he's antisocial, right?
Not completely antisocial, but he's not the most social. He's not that social.
He doesn't have a happy face.
I never said he didn't have a happy face.
What were your words? That he has a tough guy look?
He carries a tough guy demeanor a lot, often, yes.
And he's not social. You said that.
He's not too social, you're correct.
He likes to go out 3 times a week, drive all the way to Boston, an hour and a half, and not be social, right?
Objection. No, you may answer that question. You may explain your answer.
Now repeat the question again.
He likes to get dressed up, drive an hour and a half, go all the way to Boston, 3 times a week, and not be social.
That's not correct. It's not an hour and a half to Boston, where he is. It's a close drive for him. So
Okay.
It's a long drive for me.
30 minutes, 3 times a week,
Correct.
get dressed up,
Correct.
and not be social.
Correct. He's social with me.
Just with you.
For the most part, yeah. He's
Okay. Now, may I approach?
You may.
Showing you a photograph of Aaron. Is that what Aaron was wearing that night?
correct. Yes, it was.
Is that a fair and accurate representation of Aaron Hernandez? That photo?
Yes, that's what he was wearing that night.
Okay. Is fair and accurate representation of what he was wearing and him? Photograph of him? Okay.
Yes.
All right, at this time, I'd like to move this in as an exhibit.
No objection. It'll be received as a photograph of the defendant.
Now, sir, you've testified in 3 proceedings in this case, right? 2 times in the grand jury and here
Correct.
in this trial.
Correct.
You've given multiple statements to law enforcement,
Correct.
okay? And in all of these statements and all of this testimony, you've never mentioned that at the club that night, Aaron Hernandez went and took a photograph with anyone.
No, I didn't mention it.
Okay. Because you didn't see that, right?
That is correct.
And you were not present there when that photograph was taken.
I should say I don't recall seeing that, sir. And I was present in that club that night.
You were not present there, right there in that back room when that photograph was taken, right?
Objection at back room.
Sustained as the foundation.
Okay. Sir, can you take a look at the background of that photograph?
Yes.
Do you see right back here, like some walls, like some round objects there?
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar with Cure nightclub?
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar that there's a separate bar area in the back?
No.
Never been back there in the multiple times that you went to Cure?
No, I don't recall ever being in the back room without a cure.
Okay. Well, at the very least, you can testify that you did not see this happen that night.
Correct.
Okay. And that you can't account for Aaron if this photograph was in fact taken that night. You cannot account for that time in any way whatsoever.
Correct. I didn't babysit Mr. Hernandez.
Okay, now, in the entire time that you're in that club, whatever transpired here, you just don't know, right?
Do you mean this particular photo?
Yeah.
I have no recollection of this, no.
And when the police questioned you about your involvement that evening, if in fact this photo was taken that night, that is not a complete version of what occurred that night, right?
Objection. Sustained in that form.
Okay. I'll withdraw the question. Now, you testified that Aaron is not very social, right?
Correct.
Okay. That he doesn't like being recognized and things like that, right?
Correct. Something along those lines, correct.
Every reproach.
You may.
Sir, I'm going to show you a diagram that is listed as Exhibit H, which is a floor plan of the Club Cure. Do you see that, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize it as Cure? See the stairs on the bottom?
Yes, I do see stairs there.
And the bar here?
Yes.
Okay. This area here, this back area, have you ever been back there in Cure?
Not that I recall.
Okay. And you also don't recall ever seeing Aaron Hernandez go back to this area that night?
No, I don't recall seeing him go back there.
Okay. All right, sir, I'm now directing your attention to the Cure videos. And I'd like for you to tell, if you can, in just a moment. Okay, is that Mr. Hernandez that just walked in?
Yes.
Okay. And I want you to note the last time that you can see Aaron Hernandez on this tape. Do you see that? He just went out of focus, or do you still see his shadow there?
I believe he's out of focus.
Right there. Do you see his shadow?
I believe he's out of focus. It may be a shadow. I'm not
Can
sure.
you speak up, sir?
I said I believe he's out of focus. It may be a shadow. I'm not sure.
Okay. And you see yourself right there, right?
Yes.
You're still in camera view? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, now let's see when you're out of camera view. Do you see that?
Yes.
12:39:42?
It jumped 9 minutes, I think, sir.
Yeah, it did. Let's see if we can catch that last second. $12:30, I guess. 46.
48, it looks like about around there, yeah. 46.
Okay. And then the next time it comes into focus is 12:39:42, and right there, you see Aaron coming up the stairs, right? Right here?
Yes, it appears to be Mr. Hernandez.
Okay. Now, I want you to take note of his demeanor and the time. That's a difference of 9 minutes, right?
Correct.
Okay. So total time that you were in the club was 9 minutes.
Correct.
Take note of his demeanor. And where are you?
I believe I'm coming up behind him.
Right. Oh,
Well,
no, that's not you.
Not yet.
He's still waiting on you, right? There you go.
A couple seconds, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So another individual was behind Aaron Hernandez, not you, right?
Correct.
Okay. And Aaron had to wait up on top of the stairs for you to come out of the club.
He waited a couple seconds, yes.
Okay. And when he comes up, let's see what he's doing. Do you see that he has his phone in his hand?
Yes, I did see the phone.
Okay. And he has 2 drinks, right?
I believe so, yes.
And he chugs them both, right?
Yes.
Which means that he hadn't completed his drinks at all in the bar, right?
Doesn't necessarily mean he hadn't completed his drinks.
Well, so he's just drinking ice, you think?
No, he could have purchased more drinks in between.
Did you see him purchase more drinks?
I don't recall seeing him purchase more drinks.
Okay, so you can't testify as to whether he bought more than 2 drinks, right?
No, I testify right now that he could.
But now, he could have bought 2 drinks without you seeing them, right?
No, it's that you want me to definitively say that he could have only had 2 drinks.
I only want you to definitively say what you saw. Now, what you saw is like him only buy 2 drinks, right?
That I recall, correct.
Okay, so what you're saying now is that he could have bought 2 more, right?
Objection and now.
I did say it,
No, overruled.
right?
That was the wording that you used, which
The wording I used. What words did I use that you didn't understand, sir?
you said he could have only chugged 2 drinks. He only chugged 2 drinks is what you said.
And then you responded, he could have bought 2 more drinks.
He could have gotten more, right?
Okay, did you see him buy 2 more drinks?
I never said that I did see him buy more than 2.
And that's because you were out doing other business and not watching it or not being around Aaron Hernandez, right?
Objection. Overruled.
Can you explain to me what other business would be?
What business are you in, sir?
Objection. Reframe the question.
Are you a drug dealer?
Objection. Overruled.
Currently, no.
Okay. All right. Well, you didn't see him take a picture with the fan, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay. That whole time when he went back to that room, you have no idea. In fact, you had no idea up until today, 4 years later, that Aaron even took that photo, right?
Correct.
And now you're saying he could have bought 2 more drinks, right? Because you weren't with him.
I did say,
And we just saw you coming out of the nightclub where you're not even with him.
did we?
You're behind him, right?
Yes, I was 2 seconds behind him.
After telling this jury that as soon as you were on it fast, right?
Correct.
Those are your words. You were on it fast, and you got him to go out. You got him to go out of the club, right?
Correct.
And you left together, right?
Yes.
Not that Aaron leaves first, and he's waiting on you to come up the stairs, right?
Correct. I said we left together.
Now you guys go out of the club, right?
Correct.
There's 1 and there's 2. You see those?
Yes.
Saw him take a drink?
Yes.
Okay. That's him finishing 2 drinks, right?
Correct.
Well, I'm not even going to get back into that. Okay. So now, as soon as you walk out of the club, the two of you begin a discussion, right?
Correct.
And Aaron tells you to keep him out of your shit, right?
Objection. No, overruled.
Wrong.
Okay. And you claim that you're the one calming Aaron down, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, at this point, you stop, right?
You mean what? I stop what?
You stop and you lean into him like this, right?
Yeah, counsel, let me see you at sidebar. Mr. Cavallius.
Thank you. Did you see the movement that you made towards Mr. Hernandez, right?
Can you back it up, please?
Sure.
So I can look.
I want you to see when you raise your left hand and you lean into him. Right there. You see that?
Yes.
Okay. And that's when you're voicing to him what's going on, right?
What's going on in regards to what?
What's going on in the club.
I didn't have to voice to him what's going on. He was already had an altercation. That's not correct.
Okay. Let's move. We're going to move forward a little bit. You testified earlier that Aaron was upset and he wanted to go back into cure. Do you recall that testimony, sir?
I don't recall saying he wanted to go back into cure.
Okay. Who's walking ahead to go away from the situation? In this I guess in this video right here.
Objection.
We're both walking away.
Who's walking ahead?
He appears to be a couple steps in front of me.
Okay. Do you see you moving your hands a lot?
Yes.
There? Aaron's not doing that, right?
No, not at this point, no.
Okay, the one who's doing all the flailing of the hands is you, right?
Objection of flailing. The jury will decide whether that's a flail.
Moving your hands.
Correct.
And you continue to do that, right? You still have your hands up?
Yeah, well, I'm still watching. It's going in slow motion, but yes, I still have my hands up.
Still? And you just put them down right there, right? Up again.
Correct.
See that? Up again.
Correct.
You are animated as you're speaking to him.
Correct. I'm talking the way I normally do. I move my hands.
Okay. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit to where you covered yesterday. You guys go to the end of the garage and then you come back, right?
Correct.
You continue to be animated with your hands in the air, right?
Correct. I continue talking.
And Aaron is just standing there.
Correct.
Okay? It's at this time where you guys decide you're going to go to the club across the street, right?
Correct.
And you're going to have a good time,
Yes.
okay? Aaron wants to go across the street.
Aaron agrees to go across the street.
Aaron wants to go across the street.
Objection.
Sustained in that form.
All right? Let's see if Aaron wants to go across the street.
Objection.
Sustained.
Right there, Aaron starts to walk across the street, does he not?
Yes, he waves his hands and walks across the street.
Exactly. He walks in that direction, and you stop. Right?
Yeah, at that point, I stopped right there, yes.
You're not going with him across the street. Right?
Wrong.
You stopped at that point, right?
At that point, yes.
Okay. The one who's walking across to the other club across the street is Aaron Hernandez, right?
Correct.
Objection to across the street is on the sidewalk.
One who's walking in the direction of the nightclub across the street is Aaron Hernandez.
Correct.
Okay. The one who is not is you.
Correct at that time.
And is that because you have unfinished business at Cure?
No.
Aaron has to come back and get you, right?
Wrong.
You meet up now with Aaron.
Correct.
You still are not walking across the street. Correct?
Correct. Neither of us are.
And after much discussion, you finally agree to go across the street, do you not, sir?
Yes, we agreed to go across the street.
Look at you stop right now, right?
Correct.
And you're continuing to debate with Aaron.
That's not a debate, sir.
Okay, you're raising your hands.
I'm talking with my hands, correct?
Okay. So now you guys go across the street right there, right? At 105-34. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about what happens across the street.
Is that us coming back from across the street at 105-36? Or
Yes.
is that us going across the street at 105-36?
No, that's
Play that back.
sure. I'm sorry, 1243-13.
Sounds more accurate.
All right. All right, sir. So yesterday you testified that when you got back to the other club, that Aaron thought he saw one of the guys that were in Cure, no, two of the guys from Cure cross the street and follow you guys, right?
Wrong. I didn't say they followed us like directly across the street. Once we got into the club, Mr. Hernandez and myself as well at a point thought that a gentleman from across the street came over there.
You testified that Aaron thought he saw someone across the street, right?
Right, and I also testified that I agreed that I thought someone come across the street.
If I can have the court's indulgence, one moment, Change. Now, when you spoke to the police about this, you told the police that you saw two of the individuals whom he was with across the street, right?
I may have testified to that. I do believe that I saw an individual across the street. I'm not sure if I said two of them or...
Okay. And you specifically told the police that you saw the gentleman with the braids across the street at the other bar with you guys, right?
I believe I said I thought I saw the gentleman with the braids across the street.
That's all you said, right?
If you're willing to show me, that's my belief that I thought.
Do you recall being asked, sir, as it relates to the gentleman across the street, page 28, lines 8, counsel?
Which statement?
Of the statement, October 8th, profit. Just the two of them? And you responded, yeah, I recall two of them. The one that actually did the hard bump was the first one I noticed across the street. And I think the other gentleman who wasn't light-skinned, only one of the light-skinned guys I think came across the street. The other gentleman who had a low cut, who I described earlier, who came there too, and he noticed them coming in. As soon as they came in, it was kind of like, see, look. Do you recall making that statement?
Which is why I asked you to repeat it. I believe I did, but I wasn't sure exactly what I said.
Okay. So you saw Daniel De Abreu across at that bar, right?
I believe that I did, yes.
Okay. And the other one, who you said was not light-skinned, was tall, that would be Mr. Sanchez.
I don't know if that was Mr. Sanchez.
You stated there was another dark-skinned guy who was about your height. You remember saying that?
Yes, I believe I said that.
Okay. So you don't know his name, but you know he was dark-skinned and about your height, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And the two of them came across the street, and not only did you notice them, you also told the police you saw them laughing and having a good time.
Yes, I also told the police that we both
told the police that, right?
That we believe that, yes.
Okay. No, you told the police that you saw it, right?
That I believed I saw it, yes.
Okay. And you're aware that that's not true, right?
No.
It's not true that he thought he saw that?
Look, I'll rephrase the question.
Do.
Have the police informed you, sir, that the gentlemen who were at Cure that night never left Cure nightclub and went across the street?
No.
Okay. So they never informed you of that?
No.
So when you testified that Mr. Hernandez thought he saw someone thought he saw them cross the street, you were not saying it was Mr. Hernandez that saw it. You saw it too, right?
Objection. I'm sustained in that form. Let's try that again.
As you sit here today, sir, is it your testimony that you saw the gentleman with the braids go across the street to the other bar with behind you and Mr. Hernandez?
As I sit here today, I believe that an individual or two individuals came from across the street to the bar.
Okay. And then you left that bar 20 minutes later, right?
If 20 minutes is accurate, I'm not sure.
All right, well, let's look. This is 12:43. You guys are still on the sidewalk. 12:43 a.m. You see that?
Yep.
It's probably this whole spilled drink incident is something you're completely making out, isn't it?
No.
Okay. In fact, well, maybe you're right. You didn't make it up, right?
Objection. Sustained. Put a question.
Yes. You didn't make it up because you, in fact, did go out with Aaron one night and saw a guy bump into Aaron and spill a drink all over him, right?
Objection. No, overruled.
Repeat the question, please.
You, in fact, did go out with Aaron on another night and saw a guy spill a drink on Aaron.
Another night? Are you meaning a different night from this?
Correct.
Not correct.
And Aaron, in fact, ended up buying that guy a drink.
Not correct.
Okay. And that's where you're getting this whole spilled drink story from, isn't it, sir?
It's not correct, sir.
Okay. You're using to bring it up here, aren't you, sir?
All right. The objection is sustained, and ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, it is the testimony of the witness that determines what facts have been demonstrated, and not facts contained within a question that a witness does not adopt in their answer. Mr. Bias.
Yes, sir. For the record, I will be bringing that up at a later time. Now, I want to go back to the video and where we left off earlier before the break. Okay, where we left off, you guys had gone to the other club, right?
Correct.
The club where Daniel De Abreu and another individual were never at?
Objection. I'm sorry, put the question again, sir.
The club where Daniel De Abreu and the other individual were not at?
Objection.
Is sustained in that form. Rephrase.
The club where, we covered that. You left the club after thinking you saw Daniel De Abreu.
Objection, he has another name.
No, overruled.
Sure he knows the name by now. You know the name by now, right?
I mean, I know I've heard the names, but I'm not exactly sure what individuals are who by name.
Sir, after leaving that club where you thought you saw these individuals, did you stay outside at all?
After leaving what club?
The second club.
Yes, I believe. Well, we did stay outside. Yes.
For how long would you say you stayed outside?
I believe we were outside in maybe an hour or so.
No. I'm talking about after leaving the second club, but before getting your car. The 4Runner.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay. Now it is 1:05. Do you see that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, it is at this point that you decide to go back and get the Toyota 4Runner, right?
Yes. That we decided to go get the 4Runner.
Okay. Do you ever walk out again prior to getting the 4Runner after this?
Do I ever walk out of where, sir?
Out of the garage. Right here, there's two of you are... Okay, there. You testified that after going to the other club and seeing Daniel De Abreu, Aaron got mad, right?
Yes.
You felt he was being tried, as you and Mr. Hagan like to say, right?
Objection. Sustained in that form.
As you say.
Correct.
Okay. And did you just see him giving you a fist pump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And right there, Aaron is furious, isn't he?
Objection.
No, overruled.
At this point, yes, he was upset about the incident that just occurred.
And that's what he looks like when he has his upset demeanor on, right?
We were engaging in a discussion, so he could have been smiling in the context of a discussion.
My question to you, sir, and I need you to listen to the questions. That's the face he makes when he has his upset demeanor.
No, I don't believe anyone smiles when they're upset.
So the answer to my question is no.
No.
Okay? He fist bumps you again, right?
Correct.
Looks pretty happy to you?
At least, yes, about something. Yes.
Okay. You guys now leave again, right?
Correct.
And that's him still upset, right? So upset he could kill someone, right?
Objection.
Overruled.
That's him upset still
That's him upset, right?
from the prior incident, yes, but
Okay. So upset that he's going to still wait another hour to kill some people over a spilled drink. Right?
yes.
Okay. Then you guys get the car. And this is Aaron pulling out of the garage, rather. Is that correct?
Correct.
And that's at 1:17 a.m. Correct?
Correct.
Now, yesterday when you testified with Mr. Hagan, you said that you guys walked around, you parked somewhere, right?
Correct.
And you said that Aaron wanted to get the gun out of the hood of the car, right?
Correct, at a point, yes.
Okay, so he instructed you to pull the car around and and so he can get the gun out, right?
He told me to park on the street that we parked on, yes.
Okay, but you're not driving here, right?
No,
Okay, so it's your testimony that on some point you guys changed. He then started driving, and you then started driving, and that's when he ordered you to pull over, right?
no, we switched driver seats
Okay.
after, well, if you want me to finish, or you want to stay?
And then he went and pulled the gun out of the engine block, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you stated to this jury that you had seen him when he went to pick you up in Manchester. You saw him put the gun in the engine block, right?
Correct.
Okay. And in the hour and a half trip, that gun never fell out of the engine.
Correct.
Didn't hit any speed bumps or anything like that.
I don't know if we hit speed bumps, but the gun didn't fall out of the engine, correct.
Okay. And you saw him put the gun in the engine block, right? In Manchester.
Correct.
Okay. And that's what you've testified at the grand jury?
Correct.
Okay. And that's what you told the jury, the ladies and gentlemen of the jury today, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do you remember prior to going into the grand jury, they had you give another statement to the police?
I know there was an interview.
Right. The interview. You remember that?
Yes, I do remember an interview.
And that was on October 18th, right?
October 8th, I believe. Or earlier date than the 18th, I believe.
And October 8th, actually, you gave an interview as well, right? That was your first interview?
October 8th was the interview, correct.
Okay. If I can have just a moment, Judge, I want to find the right spot. Do you recall being asked that did Aaron normally keep? Well, let me ask you the question that you were asked that day. Page 31.
Which interview?
October 8th. Line 14. Question. Do you know him to keep a gun there before? Answer. I knew when he drove down from Mass that he probably had a gun in the, I mean, if he had a gun, that's where it would have been, in the engine.
Correct, I did say
Okay?
that.
And you're talking hypothetically. If he had a gun, I mean, if he had a gun, that's where it would be in the engine, right? Speaking hypothetically here.
Because of the situation at hand, correct.
Right. And then the question, no. If he had one at the time when he drove to Manchester, or are you just thinking he did? They're asking you at that point, do you know, or are you just thinking he may have? Do you remember that question?
Thinking he may have what?
Had a gun in the engine block.
I'm sure.
You have the time frame,
Okay.
please?
Line 18. Your answer, no. When he drove to Manchester, I didn't know for sure that he had a gun at all. Do you remember giving that answer?
I don't recall, but if it's there, I'm sure that's the answer I gave.
Okay. Would you like to see it? Or you take my word for it?
Take your word for it.
Okay. So, then, on page 33, counsel, you're asked, and what did you say to him when you saw the gun? And your answer, nah, I can't remember exactly what I said. You know, I was a little shocked. I can't remember making a specific exact comment. Like, if I said I might be lying. If I said that, I might be lying.
If
You
I said
recall
I'm
making that statement.
yes, if I said I made a certain comment, I'd be lying because I don't recall what
But
was
you
said.
said, I was a little shocked that he had the gun. You recall making that statement, sir.
I don't recall that part, but if that's what it says,
So, 10 days before the grand jury, you tell the police that you didn't know he had the gun and you were kind of shocked that he had the gun, right?
Objection at time.
See you at sidebar.
You were shocked. You're stating in this statement that you were shocked when you saw the gun for the first time after he took the gun out of the engine block, correct?
I didn't believe that that's a reference to when he took it out of the block. I thought that's when he came to Manchester. I thought that's what I just read.
We're talking about when he took it out of the engine block. Would you like to see it again?
Yes, please. Can't figure out this interview.
When he got back in the car, yes, he had the gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see that, sir?
Yes.
Okay. So, you were shocked because you didn't know he had the gun. That's what you told the police on October 8th, right?
No, I don't recall telling him I was shocked because I didn't know he had the gun. Is that at the time in Boston already?
Yes, in Boston.
I don't recall saying that. And if I did, it was just a mix-up.
Okay. So now you're saying it was just a mix-up. That while the police are interviewing you and you're describing Aaron asking you to pull over to get the gun out of the engine block, that you were confused.
Objection asking to pull over.
Sustained in that form.
Okay. Now, sir, you've been shown this gun multiple times, right?
Been shown this guy. I was the one that purchased the gun.
Right. You bought the .357 Magnum for Aaron, right?
Correct.
And as we've seen here today, you know quite a bit about guns, right?
I have some knowledge of guns. Correct.
Okay. And you've had all kinds of guns.
Objection.
Sustained in that form.
You've had various kinds of guns.
Objection.
Sustained.
You own, at that time, you owned various types of guns.
Objection.
You covered this. He's testified to this.
No.
No, sustained in that form.
In the course of your lifetime, sir, you've already owned numerous types of guns.
Objection.
Goes to his knowledge of guns.
Overruled for that question.
Yes, I have owned different types of guns.
And you know the difference between a .357 Magnum and a .38, right?
I like to believe so. They're similar.
Okay. And when you talked to the police, you specifically told them .357 Magnum, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you told them it was shiny.
Yes.
You didn't tell them it was a 104-year-old .38, right?
No, I didn't believe the gun I purchased was a 104-year-old .38.
That's something you would take note of, right?
I like to believe, yes.
Based on your knowledge of guns, you would spot that, I guess, an old gun like that, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. And in your second interview, the police showed you a photo of the gun, right?
Correct.
And you specifically told them, sir, I don't think that's the weapon.
Correct.
Okay. And then later on, in front of the grand jury, you were shown that gun again, right?
Correct.
You asked them to turn it around. You wanted to get a better look at it.
Correct.
And you specifically told the grand jury, that's not the gun.
Correct.
Okay. And then, in court yesterday, you still say that's not the gun, right?
Correct. I didn't believe it was the gun.
Now, under your complete and accurate clause of your immunity letter, if that in fact is the gun, that's not accurate, right?
Objection.
It's sustained.
As a result of you identifying another gun, has the state indicated to you that they are pulling your immunity agreement?
Objection.
Sustained.
Now, the next time you were shown any video from 117 is not until approximately an hour later, correct?
I don't recall exactly like how long the video was later.
Okay. This is you exiting the garage at 116, right?
I believe that's Mr. Hernandez exiting the
The
garage.
two of you exiting the garage at 116.
Yes.
Okay. And then do you recall being questioned yesterday by Mr. Hagan about a car pulling by at approximately an hour later, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
If an hour later is accurate, yes.
Let me get to the exact time. That car right there, right?
Correct.
Okay. So an hour and 2 minutes, right?
Correct.
Has the state, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, shown you any video, you or Aaron Hernandez, for that missing time between 1:16 a.m. and 2:18 a.m.?
No.
So there's no video or anything documenting your whereabouts during that 1 hour.
Not that I've seen, no.
And it's your testimony that you were parked outside looking for girls,
Waiting for the clubs to let out,
waiting for the let out.
in which the women would come out of the club.
And this is after Aaron goes in and gets the gun out of the glove box, right?
Correct.
Okay. So Aaron goes in the hood of the car, gets a gun, puts it in the glove box, in the glove compartment, and you want to go look for girls now.
Yes, that's what I do, sir.
Okay. So the video that comes up next, I'm going to fast forward it a little bit. Okay. Do you recall going over this video with Mr. Hagan approximately at this time?
Oh, yes, I've been through this video before.
Okay. And there are two images, or there's some images there that you claim is you and Mr. Hernandez, right?
I can't really see the images right here.
Watch yourself yet, can you?
No, not from this point right now.
Okay.
No.
In fact, you really can't spot yourself at all. You see an article that you believe is what you were wearing, right? You don't see your face.
Well, I spotted myself on this video screen.
My question is, you don't see your face?
Oh, no. I don't see my
Okay.
face.
You see what you believe is an article of clothing that looks like what you were wearing that night, right?
Yes, I did, but not from this view. I can't see anything right now.
And at this point is where you're going walking around looking for girls, right?
I've been outside at that point waiting for women to come out.
But as you walk over here into the Tufts garage, you're looking for girls.
I can't see myself walking inside the Tufts garage, sir.
You recall going over this yesterday with Mr. Hagan?
Yes.
Counsel, I think it may be the one still
I realize that I'm a
pre-speech.
And it is at this point you want the ladies and gentlemen of the jury to believe that you're looking for girls, right?
Objection.
No, you may answer.
Yes, when the club is let out, I'm waiting to see women.
Okay.
Yes.
So you walk into the Tufts garage looking for women, right? That's you there?
Yes, I can see myself now.
Now
Well,
you're walking in front, right?
It appears that way, yes.
Okay. Whoever's behind you is behind you, right?
Close to me. I can't really...
Okay. You're leading the way, so to speak, right?
No, sir, I'm not leading the way. We're walking side by
Okay.
side into the garage.
Well, let's go back a little bit.
Yep.
Who's walking in front?
We're walking side by side, sir.
Okay. You don't see just yourself right now.
Now I appear to be...
Okay. And someone's behind you right there, right?
No, we're on the side of each
Now
other.
at the side of you.
On
I'm
the
talking
side of
about
each
before.
other.
We'll go over it one more time. Now, inside the garage, did you encounter any girls?
Not that I recall.
Okay. Were there girls walking around?
What do you mean? On the whole strip?
Inside the garage.
I already entered that. No, sir. Not in the
Okay.
garage.
And you stay in there for a little bit, don't you?
That's what we can see. The time's running.
Okay. You're still
No.
in there right now, right?
Yes?
Okay. Did you talk to any girls?
Not that I recall.
Okay. You walk in. Can't see yourself, right?
No.
Okay.
Oh, right.
And it's your testimony that you at no time ever see anyone that you recognize.
Yes, that's my testimony.
Okay. And then you later testified that it's not until you guys are at the car and Aaron sees a BMW drive by that he says, "Look, there they go."
It's not true. That's not what I said, sir.
Okay, well, tell us what you said then.
I said it when he first said, let's go, there they go. I didn't notice the BMW at that point yet.
Okay. You didn't notice the BMW at all, right?
At that point, no.
But Aaron recognized the BMW, right?
Correct.
Okay. And prior to that moment in time, you had no idea that these guys drove in a BMW, right?
Correct.
In fact, you had no discussions with Aaron Hernandez saying, "Hey, those guys are in a BMW," right?
Correct.
And it's not until they're driving by that Aaron says to you, "Let's go. They're in a BMW." Right.
Yes, at the point he noticed them is when I knew.
And Aaron never voiced to you that he knew these guys from anywhere, right?
No, he just said, there they go, is what he said.
My question to you is, Aaron never voiced to you that he knew these guys?
You mean prior to coming to Boston?
At any time.
No, at no point did he say, I know these guys. No.
Okay. And on top of that, he certainly didn't tell you, these guys that I know drive a BMW, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, yesterday you talked about the City of Angels guys, right? Some guys wearing T-shirts that were City of Angels, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you said that there's usually a whole pack of them, a bunch of guys.
Correct.
Okay. And that they're always harassing Aaron.
I never said that they're always harassing Aaron.
Okay. Well, you said they had encounters with Aaron, right?
I said they stared at each other, eye contact.
That they tried.
Right. That he feels they
feel
tried.
that they were trying.
Correct.
Do you recall telling the police on October 8th that after the shooting, you guys drove through a toll booth, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you told the police then, too, that the toll booth driver had a City of Angels t-shirt on.
Yes, I believe he did.
Okay. So this toll booth guy was also one of this, I guess, the gang of guys that don't like Aaron Hernandez?
Objection. If that's the way you took it, you may answer.
Well, my understanding was that they just wore City of Angels shirts. I never implicated that they were a gang or some type of...
Well, you showed photos to the jury. Do you have those pictures? You guys went over and showed a bunch of photos of some individuals wearing T-shirts that said City of Angels, right?
Correct.
And this toll booth guy just happened to be wearing one of those too, right?
Yes.
And this is the grand coincidence. That's something you noticed because, of course, you felt that Aaron had a beef with the City of Angels guys.
I noticed because I rode through the toll booth, and the gentleman's right there.
Okay. And he had a City of Angels T-shirt, the toll booth guy, right?
Yes, it is my belief that he had a City of Angels t-shirt.
Were you made aware that the police spoke to the toll booth guy?
No.
Okay. So, did they ever tell you, hey, your City of Angels story is not checking out?
No, you may answer that question.
No.
Okay. So they never advised you that they went and spoke to spoke to a toll booth guy who owns no T-shirt that says City of Angels.
Sustained.
May I approach the witness?
On this same line of inquiry?
Yes.
Yes, certainly.
May I approach?
Yep.
I'm going to show you some photos, various individuals wearing City of Angels attire. Do you see these?
Yes.
Okay. And is this a fair and accurate representation of the City of Angels T-shirts and clothing?
Yes.
Okay. May I have these marked as a chalk, Your Honor?
Yes, we'll receive them as OO. OOO.
4 pages together.
Why don't we clip them together?
Yeah, sure. I'll be wrapping it up quick. Do you recognize any of these people in these photographs as having a beef with Aaron Hernandez wearing the City of Angels attire?
No.
How about these individuals? Any of these have a beef with Aaron Hernandez in nightclubs wearing City of Angels attire?
No.
What about here?
No.
Any of these kids here?
No.
What about any of the individuals here with the City of Angels attire?
No.
Okay. You sure none of these people, you saw them having a beef with Aaron Hernandez and staring him down?
No. I don't recall.
Okay.
I didn't say that.